Check my YouTube channel, subscribe, and share. Welcome, everybody, to Kimberly Speaking podcast. And today we have a very special guest, the Dr. Chantelle George. And she has an awesome program that she's going to tell us all about today. Welcome, Dr. Chantelle.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, Dr. Chantelle George. We are here Tuesday, Media Center, Super Bowl 60. Super excited to be here. We are with the Media Scholars Program. We are a national program for college students who are aspiring to be media professionals. And so we have 7 students that are here in the Bay at institutions here in the Bay. And they have full credentials via the NFL to be able to work all of the activations this week, starting from opening night all the way through the weekend. So super excited to be here. This is year 2. We kicked off last year in New Orleans with 17 students, and really trying to giving them the opportunity for access and exposure to large events like the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, you're opening that door and allowing them to have that access that they might not otherwise have. So how did you birth this program, and what does it mean to you to give that access to them?
Yeah, that's a great question. So my background is higher education, nonprofit. So I've worked in this college to career space for over 15 years. I run a consulting firm that's a part of the NFL Source. And so we are an approved supplier of the NFL. And so that's how we got the opportunity to partner with them on this project. And we birthed the Media Scholars Program really out of the firm, really trying to figure out where does the world of young people in sports mix, right? And so we came up with this idea of like, what would it look like to give access and exposure to students who would not normally be in these rooms. And we knew that the Media Center was such a big part of Super Bowl week and really would give students an opportunity to walk around, to network, to interview athletes, to get to know other media professionals, professional development. And so we created the program in a cohort model. So not only are they getting that opportunity, but they're also getting an opportunity to meet other students who are also aspiring media professionals, which we know is so important. So that's really the gist of the program, and now really have been given opportunities to work other large scale events like USA Gymnastics, like UFC. We're excited to potentially be able to head over to FIFA this summer. And so again, we believe in you cannot be what you cannot see. And so we know that our students, once they work an event like the Super Bowl, their portfolio completely changes, and they're way more marketable and well more positioned when they graduate from college.
Absolutely. That is absolutely awesome. So what do you say is the biggest issue that you see in today's generation, especially with social media and the pressure that comes along with that? What do you think is something that they need that needs to be more of offered?
Yeah, I would say, social media is the next thing, right? Social media, AI, all of this is such, it's not new, it's booming. It's one of those things like you got to get on it because you can't run away from it. What I always tell my students, we actually go through a social media etiquette as a part of the training before they come to Super Bowl of like what to post, what not to post, what to wear, what to say. There's a little bit of a stigma about students in these spaces. The questions of, are they going to be ready? Are they going to be in the way? As you've met them, they are very trained and very well professioned. And so with social media, I always tell them, corporations are looking at social media. It is a real thing. If you're applying for jobs, they are going to go directly to your social media. And so you want to be able to market yourself in a way where if, some of the large corporations or media outlets that you want to work for, if they're going to look at your social media, you want them to know who you are, and you want to come off in a way that is, professional, and you want to be your authentic self as well. So I think it's the fine balance of being who you are, but also understanding that there are eyes watching you, and so you come off however you want to come off, right? And so even for our program, as we normally have over 200 applications that we go through, and we interview about 50 students to choose maybe a dozen, it's very competitive, and we look at social media. We look at who you are, what you're posting, what are you presenting to the world. And so I would say that those things are really important for you to make sure your LinkedIn is up to date, make sure that your Instagram is what it is. And you know what, I think it's a good idea to also sometimes separate personal and professional. Like, I have a personal Instagram and I have a professional Instagram, and so I think like that's something to really consider, especially if you want to be in this profession where you are going to be potentially in front of the camera a lot.
Oh my God, you said something so profound and so crucial. Social media etiquette.
Yes.
And a lot of them don't understand that. They think, well, yes, this is my page, I can do what I want. You can. However, that is your digital resume. Jobs are absolutely going to your social media to find out who you are, what you represent, and what you're putting out into the world. And you don't want to look a certain way. And while visibility is credibility, you want to be a credible person in what you're posting and responsible for what you're posting, because you have to be held responsible for that as well. So I love that you said that. That is so important. And actually, I think more adults need that as well. So not only do our young people need it, we as adults, and especially as business adults, because we don't understand that, and we're thinking, oh, this is my personal life and it's separate from business. Actually, it's not. It's all inclusive. And I love that we have to teach them, and we have to make them aware of that thing. So that is so important. And I love that you said that, because they definitely need to hear that. And for my final questions, what is one thing that you will leave with the viewers and the listeners on today that you feel would impact them?
Yeah. One thing I believe is believe in this Gen Z population, right? Our young people are so powerful. They're so talented. I am learning from them every day. I do not have a TikTok, and they're like, Dr. George, please get a TikTok so we can get your life together. But they are young, but they are talented. They have so much talent. They are the tech generation, right? They're going to figure out stuff faster than all of us. And really give them the opportunity to explore. And so our program gives students the opportunities to explore, to figure out what they want to do, what they don't want to do, etc. So that would be my number one piece of advice, especially for adults or corporations or organizations that may want to bring young people on for internships and are kind of trying to figure out if that's the right thing to do. And it is. They deserve opportunity. They need experience to be great. And if they don't have the experience, they will never learn. And so that would be my piece of advice for those of you that are watching.
Absolutely. Experience is the best teacher, as we have all learned. And I just want to thank you for allowing the viewers and the listeners to just hear what it is that you do, because it's so important. And we thank you for that, and that awesome vision that you have, that you're creating these opportunities for our young generation. So I just want to thank you for that, because I think it's absolutely awesome. And thank you for just joining us on today, guys. Today we are broadcasting live from Super Bowl Media Week. Guys, tell everybody who you are.
So hi everyone, my name is Jenny. I'm a current senior at UC Berkeley, and I'm studying media studies and minor in journalism, and I want to be a sports reporter.
Awesome. Okay, and to my left.
My name is Atiba Fletcher. I'm a sophomore at Dillard University. It's my second year at that school. I'm studying marketing. I started my own business in high school, so I'm really just trying to learn the ins and outs of that.
Okay, guys, so we have some very smart intellectuals here today. And today we are all at Super Bowl Media Week, guys. It is exciting. It is exhilarating. And we're just going to have a brief conversation, guys, about what they offer to society, any organization that they are a part of, guys. So just tell me a little bit about any organization that you feel you contribute to the community.
Yeah, so right now this week, we are part of a program called the Media Scholars Program, and pretty much, the organization, they help young journalists and, find opportunities to work in the media and things like that, and that's why we're here. So this week, me and 7 other scholars, we are all here covering content, making our own videos and things like that. We collaborated with each other, and it's been really, really fun. So yeah, it's been a wonderful opportunity to get to just make content, make media, and truly become a journalist.
Awesome, awesome. That is so important, guys, because you never know who out there has a special talent, anything that they can offer, to the community, and people who would love to do this and don't know how to get started, guys. So this is who you would need to contact. So let me go over back to my left again. And what do you think is the most valuable thing about the organization that you guys will work for?
So this organization, I say the most valuable thing is it gives us a voice. It gives us an opportunity. There's a lot of this industry is hard to get into. It's really difficult to break into and to get into these high spaces. And I feel like there's a lot of great individuals who bring things to the table who just don't get that opportunity to really be able to show what they bring to offer. So we get a good opportunity here to do that. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely, guys. You have to connect with people, resources that can get you into the rooms, guys. And everybody doesn't has access, as he stated before. But when you hook up and network with the right people, it's all about connection, and they can get you in those places. And then once you're in those rooms, you never know what can happen. Sky's the limit. So, guys, this is a very important organization that you should connect with. Now, how can they find you guys? What's the social media, things like that?
So you can check right here on media_media scholars on Instagram. Miss Chantelle George, also CGC Consulting. She's great. She'll give you any information that you want. Miss Mariana, they really do help us out, and they kept us well informed on our interview process.
All right, guys, you heard it here. So you want to get in contact with these great individuals, this great organization, guys. And until we speak again, be blessed.